Oh, do not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla. Extend, but how about now? How about now? Yeah, shout out to Drake doing his thing. It's your boy Big Vern, still here in the App Stupid Studios, getting busy on a great Thursday afternoon. If y'all digging it, like and subscribe, share the content. We covered the Milwaukee Bucks. They just beat the brakes off Philly at home. That wasn't even fair. And yeah, they look actually good. Not gonna hold you. The Bucks look like they have a chance this year to make some noise in the Eastern Conference. Gonna stay in the Eastern Conference, and this one felt like a throwback game. And if you all know where I'm headed to the Atlanta GA. Atlanta, they survived Brooklyn 120-116. But this game was so many explosive moments. There was almost 5 fistfights. This thing got contested. This got really out of hand. And Brooklyn, for what it's worth, they came in shooting 44%. Again, this is opening night for these guys because they got jitters. Yeah, from the 3-point, I can't believe they took 43 3-pointers. That's insane. At some point, what about clock management? You just jacking up shots like that. That's crazy. Shot 43 3-pointers. My goodness, they made 17 of them, so they always covered 39%. But I mean, how much of that is just wasted rhythm? 25 attempts at the line, at the charity stripe. They knocked down 19 of those. Pretty much, they didn't have a bad night at the line at all. But the rebounding was about equal, and I was really shocked at that because Atlanta has a nice big man playing down low in the post area. And when I'm sitting there and I'm looking like, oh my God, Aniki Ongajuwu. Now he's their rook, and this dude, he went off in every sense of the word. He logged 28 minutes, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, and had 28 points. So he's 2 rebounds shy of a double-double. Clint Capella, he was serviceable. He had 20 minutes and 7 rebounds, 1 assist with 6. And put him on the bench. He did what Bogdanovich does. You know, it's going to be low output. It's in the numbers. That guy, 28 minutes, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 8 points. In order for Atlanta to go somewhere, they've got to get more production out of him. He just cannot sit there, jack up threes, and act like this thing is going to turn on a dime. What I did find very encouraging was that Trae Young was able to return to Trae Young status. Trae Young, his numbers took a dip, and that's because they kept trying to figure out how to make this DeJounte Murray thing work. When they traded DeJounte Murray and you got Trae Young back on his stick, Trae Young is back to being hit in his regular form. 12 assists, 30 points, 5 rebounds. He was on fire. So that was Atlanta. I think it was a DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter, to me, is a solid player. If you lost Collins, DeAndre Hunter, he has been coming on these last couple of years, and he really made his presence known out there. 12 points, 6 rebounds, and an assist. Yeah, I mean, Atlanta had guys chip in all over the place. Jalen Johnson, he came in, he really showed his grit. 10 rebounds, 11 points, and 4 assists. He's got that double-double. So they got that Duke connection thing working there. Give me a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Taco Bell, Live Moss. Order online, download the app, or visit the good folks at your local Taco Bell. Taco Bell, Live Moss. If you have the app, You can try the Big Cheez-It, you can try the Cantina Chicken menu, online exclusives, and the Cravings menu as well. If you go into that online exclusive, there's the Veggie Builder own Cravings box along with the meal for two and many more. Taco Bell, Live Más. Yeah, Taco Bell Live Más. So when you got to the third quarter, this thing got outrageous. You had a guy from the Hawks. He's on the fast break. He goes up for a layup, and then he gets clotheslined out of the air. I mean, this dude, he was completely exposed. He didn't have a clip hand up, didn't have his guard hand up. He was just going for he was going for a layup where he laid out and he stretched to go ahead and give himself some space against the defender. Then he was just clotheslined out of the air. That just got out of control. The guy got up. He went ahead and that's one thing that really shocked me about that move, because if you clothesline me out of the air, I'm getting ready to run up on you. We getting ready to have words. We will get ready to do some battle. We're going to move some furniture in that place tonight. This dude got up, and my man from the Brooklyn Nets who fouled him and clotheslined him, of course, with his momentum, he actually ended up running into the press corps or whatever. This guy from Atlanta gets up and runs right behind him and just turns him around like, hey, man, you better watch them clotheslines. I was like, is that it? Is that it? Because everybody who is on your team is sticking up for you, and then Juwan Howard had just had heart surgery, and I know this because we covered Michigan last year, and when Michigan had let him go around January or February, we reported in March where he had landed a job with the Brooklyn Nets. And so you watching Juwan Howard, a guy who's had heart surgery not more than a year ago, try and hold young guys back from running, leaving the bench, and getting in a fight in the A. That was crazy. Give me a rap album that we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern promoting another rap album this month, The Crossroads by Cordy, in stores next month. This does not come out until November. My personal favorites on the track right now is Summer Drop with him and Anderson .Paak, Mad as Buck, Saturday Morning with Lil Wayne, and 210s featuring Anderson .Paak on the bonus track. Cordy, out next month. Get it where you legally consume music. This is Big Vern. Yeah, Cordy, make sure you go get that one. They've got some pre-tracks that they've released, and those are the ones that I was sitting there big upping because I liked it. I liked that project a lot. But back on these Brooklyn Nets, and if I'm Brooklyn right now, Cameron Johnson, he's trade bait. I know when he came over from Phoenix, Cameron Johnson had a lot on him, Michael Bridges, and that group when they got to Brooklyn, and they were like, oh, we got Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, we got all these guys. But then when we got those guys from the Phoenix Suns, if it's anything, his star power has faded. Ben Simmons coming off back surgery, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 6 points. I don't think that's enough for him to justify staying in the NBA. Hopefully, he's done right by his money, him being 28 years old and still playing. At some point, the Nets are going to need some big-time production. And if Ben Simmons is asking for a bigger contract, the production does not – the production is not where it should be for you to be commanding big money. Now, Cam Thomas, that's the guy who – last night he had a phenomenal game. This dude Cam Thomas last night, he goes off. 36 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. He's the only dude who really kept him in this game. Everything else just seemed like it was forced. And I know Atlanta at home, Atlanta shooting 48% at home. I felt like that could have been higher for them. 28 threes. Jacking up 28 threes, they only made 9 of them. So being heavily reliant on that 3-point line. And Quinn Snyder, that's what he does. He did it at Utah. He's running it here. I just think that they need to be better shooters, and they have to have better 3-point percentages if you're going to try and make your case to be that 5th or 6th team in the Eastern Conference. Right now, I don't see them beating Indiana. I don't see them beating the Bucks. I definitely don't see them beating New York or Philly or Orlando. Orlando's a team nobody's talking about, and they just beat the Heat unmercifully. That didn't even look close. That was no thriller at all. This was a thriller, and it came down that way. But congratulations to Trae Young. Congratulations to the Atlanta Hawks. It is a long season. I would just like to see more from the Atlanta Hawks. Brooklyn, they gave up 40 points in the paint. I don't think that you can play any worse than Brooklyn did. However, that remains to be seen. Now, Brooklyn, they play the Orlando Magic tomorrow in Orlando. So that's one to keep your eye on. We certainly will. If you are in the New York tri-state area, let me know. Was last night out of control? Was it a throwback game from the 80s? Was it too physical? This is Big Burn.